All right, my babies. Today's a tricky one. I have been actively trying to resist new things. And in all honesty, this I'm really trying to shift my flow to back to from a going around and like kind of searching for stuff flow to more of a like sit down and produce, get some stuff out flow. So today was like one of those like days where I actually like wrote some code, thought about some code, dove back into like the code that I'm trying to build. Yesterday, I structured the application that I have. And what do I mean by structure? I literally just kind of like created smaller bits and pieces of like where things go. When you look at a website, there's like this goes here, and when you click it, it goes somewhere else. So I kind of like structured and drew the whole thing. Actively, I've been trying to like build a mental map of the tools that I'm using in order to build the platform. So my goal is to to get to the actual maps, to get to the actual, not to get to the maps, sorry, to like master these tools. And I still haven't gotten to that because like here it's written in here, like the plan for my website and the YouTube videos and how basically they affect my website in the future. So these are actually two notes that I want to discuss with you, each well deserving of more than one video. But the reality is, I feel like I need to become more consistent in the state that I'm in. And ideally, at those days, I'll probably be doing more videos about how my mind is shifting towards the actual website through learning how to build it. This is the fourth time I try to build it. So the goal is for me to be able to kind of like directly engage with the mentality of only being towards the website. And right now, my mentality is just getting better at almost everything else: the writing part, the reading part, the talking to people part, the analyzing the business structure. Because, like, it doesn't fucking matter if I build the best website in the world. If nobody wants to buy it, nobody wants to buy it. And actually building the whole thought process behind how it will become a thing. And eventually, because everything I'm building is supposed to start gamifying society and like connecting like just stuff. So I'm slowly getting out of the whole zone where I just don't know what to do. But I realized something today. It's fucking beautiful. And as I was walking, like I woke up today and I started preparing to work, and then I started feeling itchy. That's what happens. It's like I'm about to work, I'm feeling itchy. Why should I work? Why don't I want to work? And the first thing I thought of was the time where I actually was able to produce properly. And it was funny because those times I was not really like making any decision on my own. Everything was kind of like scheduled to a T in a way where I used to get really frustrated from the people that I worked with. And the place that I used to work in, I was got really frustrated because they wouldn't allow me in on Sunday. But then we got over that because they stopped actually allowing me in after 8, and they stopped allowing me in before like 8 o'clock in the morning as well. Uh, Not the best of experiences. But anyway, so when I actually, and then my mind, when I realized I'm not going to be able to work, so I figured like I need to get something done. So I decided to get the walk of the day done. And as I was like, I looked at the day and it was sunny and it looked like it might not start raining for the next couple of days. So I wanted to take advantage of the sun. And my thought process was directly like, take the bike, go somewhere next to the beach, do the walk the way you normally do. You probably won't be able to do that for the next 4 days. So like, take advantage of today. And as I was going through all these decisions, I realized they were very simple to make. They were very straightforward to make. They were very easy to make. 4 months ago, 6 months ago, these decisions were one of the hardest decisions to make for me. They literally were like waking up anytime before like 11 o'clock was a hard decision for me to make. And that basically was driven. And maybe that's the thing that I could actually like discuss. So in order to be able to like go through this flow that I'm going through today, what I really decided 3 months in April 2023, what I really decided was every day there's at least an hour that is dedicated universally. whether it is God, whether it is the Tao, whether it is the human spirit, whether it is the sun, whether it is the zodiac signs, whether it is for like Jesus, for Prophet Muhammad, or what's it called, the Norse mythology gods or the Greek gods, it doesn't fucking matter. Or the Japanese basically gods like Izanagi. I love it. I actually got a book that I want to read, but that book is supposed to be read like on a more leisurely pace. But what happened was I was like, the hour's not mine. I do not get to decide what happens in the hour. And when I started doing that, I realized that, oh, okay, so like every day I promise there's an hour where I just go and walk. And that's the way I basically spend that hour on something different. And then from there, I picked up the momentum of walking, and everything pertaining walking, including waking up early, became easy. Simply because 11 o'clock, man, is super fucking hot. I feel sweaty. So what I do is I started waking up automatically at 8 because I knew like if I knew how uncomfortable it is to actually wake up and like walk around like 11. So, and then I realized that that's basically what I started doing at that time because I was like, I'm not going to think of coding. I'm not going to program. What I'm going to do was dedicate I remember 6 hours of the day specifically for programming. And I would wake up, and I would do was literally like go do my walk, come back, and then go and sit and program. But somewhere around the line, and literally it literally would just like look in front of the screen, be like, what do I have to do this? Okay, like how do I get to do it? I have no idea. Oh, I know how to do this. Okay, it's not working. Oh, is this working? Is this showing up? Is that not showing up? So that back and forth kind of like this time is for me to just like do this thing, to sit in front of a computer and not really do anything other than whatever coding entitles. And slowly, slowly, I got into the momentum and I actually finished my website. Now, at some point, I started talking more to people and I started becoming a lot more social and I started basically getting involved with a whole lot of stuff. And I had no choice because like I didn't have a life after work. So basically, the life at work kind of like started screwing with me. And I can tell when the actual energy started going down. And that's basically when I don't know, man. When people started asking me questions, and I'd ask them questions, and then suddenly they'd be interested to know more. I'd be interested to know more, and eventually that just becomes more and more kind of like shit to be built on top of other stuff. And suddenly you find your energy kind of like getting sucked by these kinds of things, and you're not really actually like building anything. You're not really like improving. You're not really. Those 6 hours are no longer yours. You have to say hi to people around you. And that's partially why I actually wanted to like leave that space because everything became too familiar. And so it's not their fault, it's mine. And well, the familiarity is not their fault. But thankfully, again, like I'm grateful because like with everything that was happening, it literally was done. It literally was like, hey, Tariq, if you really actually want to succeed in finishing the website again, because I've been there for like 3 months. After I finished coding the website, 3 months later, I still haven't finished still finished the fourth version of the website. It felt like I was doing everything but that. But again, like I attempted two different kinds of like work and working with two different kinds of people and like brutal failures on that side as well. So, so today I just sat there and it was like when I came back from walking, it was one of those like come back from walking, sit chill for a bit, like meditate and then sit in front of a laptop and do nothing for the next 2 to 3 hours and then basically just explore what's going on. Naturally, I lasted only 2 hours. And after the 2 hours, I went to the gym. And when I came back, I wanted to take a mini nap and like continue. But my mom just came from traveling yesterday. I haven't seen her in like 4 months. So I went to see her today. And it's funny because, like, yeah, I got to see her. We got to talk. We got to catch up. And it kind of feels like there are some things that need to be dealt with. I feel like I want to fast as well for some reason this week. I don't know. There's the other stuff that I promised to do by December, and so from now till then, I'm going to have to continue considering the things that I don't want things to stack up because if things stack up, then basically I end up pressuring myself. But if my day is actually allocated like specific slots of time, and I manage to like be consistent with these slots of time, if specific slots of time are actually being allocated for different kinds of activities, then at the very least, my productivity in these slots of times will increase as the days go through. And there's something about me, there's a lot of consistency that's required. Like, I cannot do something for like 5 days and then chill for two. I don't feel good doing that yet. I feel like I have to kind of like do this every single day for the next 2, 3, 4 months to reach a certain level where I'm like, okay, now I can do this blindfolded, which means I can actually like start becoming task oriented when it comes to it. And my commitment to things right now is still kind of like getting, like again, I said, like I'm getting over my research kind of structure and slowly entering into the whole like stability, because like this house is kind of making me feel a bit warm and cozy and fuzzy. And these things are kind of like, and these are the things that are making me feel more settled. And it is kind of funny because, like, I was able to finish my website when I was still basically at home. And when I left the house, every other thing I did was not really for the website, but I was learning a lot and like supporting a lot and just like doing different kinds of things as I was actually coming to this point right now. So I do feel like I've been like researching for quite a while, like 4 months, five actually maybe, and I feel like I'm ready. I don't know. It's not about ready, man. It's about like it's happening. So organizing has become a bit more. eh, I literally have like 10 minutes where I do stuff, and including some Japanese, including some French, including some guitar, including some just like writing and practices and all kinds of like small things. And I just have to allocate them now. Okay, just wanted to talk about that. Why the fuck not, man? Thank you.